Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Becky from Winzig Creations, and I hope you're all well. Thank you for joining me, and welcome to those who've not been here before. Thank you for popping along and finding everything out. It's a craft along today. This is for Saturday. It should be Saturday today. This is coming out, and as always, we're going to do things at a slow, steady pace and take our time and enjoy ourselves. And if you're feeling rubbish, I nearly swore then, but if you're feeling rubbish, then hopefully this will cheer you up or take your mind off your woes and make you feel a bit better. I'm getting a lot better now. Last time I said that I started coughing, but I am. And yeah, let's put those away. Still working through my long matches, which I will finish off eventually. So welcome to Winzig Creations. Let's put those away. I haven't done much in here, this part, since my last video. I was doing something else in the other room, so I thought maybe we might just do some more of what we were doing before, because we didn't get them all finished, and I'd like to get them finished. And we were making pocket pages like that. These are two left over from last time. We're making pocket pages, and I've got some more here, so I thought we would start off by making some more of these. Now, if you didn't see Thursdays, then you won't have a clue what I'm talking about, so I'll just run through this again really quickly for those who saw it before, saw what we did on Thursday. Excuse me, sorry, it has really got a lot better. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm making all these individual pockets that come with the pink monarch print sets or packages or kits I think they're called, into something different slightly, modifying them slightly. And because these are all the same width, they're not the same size, but they are the same width, I'm going to put them together and reinforce them on some paper. And once we've done that with 2 or 3, we're then going to go back and embellish them. I don't know if I've got the ones I embellished before. If I have, I don't know what I've done. Oh, here they are, over here. There they are. This is what I did last time. Yep. Okay. So that's roughly what we're going to do today. And put them away I had. So let's start. Let's make a start. And, I do apologise that I work sideways. I mentioned this last time. I hope it doesn't affect you too much. But I write sideways as well. It's just, it's been a habit for the last, 50 years. So it's going to be difficult for me to break that habit. And I apologise if you find it difficult to watch sideways. I will endeavour to try and do more straight if I can. Let me know if it's a real issue for you. So that one's going to go there. And I must remember to stick this one down at the top as well. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Of course, everything's been put away since I was last here. So, except for the bottom, we don't want to glue the bottom. Do we want to glue the bottom? I'm confused now. I don't think we do. Let me just glue this on, and I'll think about it as I go. I got confused last time I made these. Let's put you on there at the top. It's a way of reinforcing them and then bringing them all together. So that's one. Let's do this pretty one. Where's my ink? There's a bit of white there. Let's ink you up. Whoops. See, they're very thin bits of paper, so I mean, this is a way of reinforcing them and making something slightly different out of them. And by just inking by just gluing the sides, you then can put much larger tags in. So your tags are all different sizes then, rather than if I had 4 of these pockets independently, then all the tags would probably be the same size, wouldn't they, to fit, more or less anyway. So by doing it this way, I'm sorry if you watch Thursdays and I'm repeating myself, but I have to bear in mind that might be somebody new listening in, and if there is, welcome. Very happy to receive your comments as well. I will reply. If I see a comment come up, I will reply to it, don't worry. I don't ignore my community, you know. And if I get more comments, I'll be able to do more sort of hi and hugs and hello to people, you know. I think my daughter-in-law's fed of me just saying hello to her. I know other people watch, don't get me wrong, but Sammy, my daughter-in-law, she's very good. She often puts me on in the background when she's potting around doing other things, you know. Does this need inking? Just a bit there. And I'm sure other people do as well. I just need to go through my channel and pick out the names. That's what I need to do. And this one needs to go across the bottom as well. Now, this may not work when I go to put tags in. I'll have to have a look. I don't know if it will or not. We'll see. So that will go to the bottom. Yep. I think I know what I'm doing. There's often a chance that I don't know what I'm doing, which is quite possible. Now we're looking for scissors now. Well, I must have put them away. Oh, there they are, yeah. Yes. Trying to work in two different places at the moment. One at my desk in the other room, and this is just my craft area. There's just my craft desk. Whereas I have a laptop and stuff in the other room. I have a bureau. I now have a bureau, and I use my laptop there. So I'm sort of doing two different projects. That's just on the computer, that one there. Here we go. And this bit. What do you think about this? Is this going to work? I think I had this worry last time if this was going to work. That will go to the bottom. And that will go to the bottom. And yeah, that's exactly what I have in mind, yep. And that one will go to the bottom. So that does need gluing up. Yes. See, I knew I was right the first time. I should have just glued it, shouldn't I? Should have just believed in myself. It's just the top one that I don't actually use the pocket for. The others I do. I know what I'm rabbiting about. There we go. Put the lid on that. Whoops. So I hope you're all okay. I think I might have asked you that. And I got straight into crafting. Gosh, that took a lot of doing, didn't it? And keeping well. And this cold snap. We're having a very cold snap here in the UK. It is supposed to warm up a little bit, but then you never can tell in this country, you know. There's a reason why we discuss the weather a lot. And that is because it changes a lot. You know, you can go from a t-shirt, which I've got on today, but my heating's on, to snow. Actually, you can do that in the country, let alone during the day. It's a common fact that I live up north, what they call up north. I live up north. I live in Yorkshire, and we call Southerners a little bit on the, you know, not as hardy as us Yorkshire people. I'm not Yorkshire born and bred like my boys are, but I thought I had a bit. I needed to trim there. I do, but not there. Let's just trim you down. It's a bit hanging over, and it was annoying me. There we go. So there was a shot on the Facebook the other day, a picture on Facebook with snow everywhere. And it says t-shirt weather in Yorkshire, which it is really. Yeah. There we are. That's that one. That's not going to take very much embellishing, is it? Just a bit on top and a couple of labels, I think. Pop that one there. Let's do this one. At one point, at some point, I will get my normal voice back, I expect. But it's been going on for so long now. I'm beginning to wonder what I actually sound like. This all started, I got tonsillitis about 3 weeks ago. And it went, which was great. Went to my son's wedding and picked something else up. And since then, it's just like been a cough, then a cold, and something else, and then something else. And this is how I'm thinking of doing this one. Can you see all right? I'm not too far away, am I? There we go. You need to go down there. you need trimming off. You long as well. Let's trim these two off to the same length and size as the others. I want you all the same size, and come all in the corner so I know you're all the same. And you can go in there too. I want you all exactly the same size, please. Right, there you four there. Let's just put a little clip on you so I know you're not going to move while I trim you up. And I'm going to be brave and use my scissors, she says. That's not level. There we are. Yeah. What was I saying? Remind me what I was saying. I can't remember. Oh yeah, about my voice. Yeah. It's nearly back to normal. I say that, then the next day I get up and something else is there. But it is definitely improving. What's the other way? Right, like them. That's fine. Let's do some inking. These pockets are from a kit from Pink Monarch Prints. I tend to use their stuff as a sort of what I call stable background kits. I use a lot of other stuff as well, and I don't usually get their kits and just make it, you know. I incorporate them into a lot of other things. Oh, there's a different one on the back here, but it goes a different way. I don't want that, so I want them all going the same way. And there's a different one on the back of here as well, but here we go. All right then, sure, we need to start. Now this one's not going to be quite as simple as the other ones to start, I don't think. Can you see? Actually doing this straight as well. I usually work crooked. I think you need to go up a bit. 1, 2. I'm sure there's an easier way of doing this. 3, 4. Right. Oh, no, you're not there. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's how I want you to be. Let's put... Well, we can start anywhere because I can just cut the bottom off. Oh, duh. Why didn't I just think of that? Let's just do what I normally do. Start at the top and work my way down. Right, the side. Down the side here. Oh, I was just being a bit inept then. Voila. Oh, no, not across the bottom. Bet you're all shouting at me. Don't go across the bottom. I remember just in time. Oops, there's not bits of inking brush on it. My inking brush. I do need... It's a bit sorry for itself, but that's the dome ones do that quite... Well, they do. They all do it, don't they, when you use them a lot. Yeah. I hope you don't mind this sort of almost a continuation of the other one. It's just I've been busy in between. I haven't got anything else, and I wanted to get this finished anyway. So, yep, that goes there. So there we go. It's nice to see something through to the end as well, isn't it? I think. Oops. And the last one goes up there. There. Now this one, I have to go across the bottom. When I've finished all these sort of pockets that I'm doing, I will put them in my journals with you so we can see how many more we need to do after that, you know. Let's cut you out and see. Oh, that's not very straight, is it? Let's cut you out and see what we've got. So what have you been up to since my last video, eh? What have you been doing with yourselves? If you're not into sci-fi, you'll find this next bit a bit boring. But I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I know it's unusual to go with other things, but I do like sci-fi. It's my escapism sort of thing. I love it. And they're bringing... Sorry, this wasn't straight. I had to tidy it up. I might have taken off the glue. Oh, no, I haven't. They're bringing back, and it's not a remake. It's a continuation of Stargate. Would you believe it? A lot of you will probably be too young for the original, and some of you may remember it very well. My youngest son who came over last weekend, he was talking to me about it and showed me the clip. And yep, they haven't made it yet. It was a clip of them discussing it. And it's the original writers and the original crew. So not the crew, sorry, original writers doing it. Which I think is absolutely great, because it will have the same ethos and the same, you know. But of course they'll be able to do a lot more, because now there's a lot more CGI that can be done. As long as they don't do too much CGI, I don't mind, because I do like... Well, there we are. We've got one down there, one there, one there, and a little one there. There we are. That's that one done. And we've got a couple more. Let's do this great big straight one. This is 4 as well, I think. These 4 straight ones. Yeah, these are almost all the same, I think. Oh, I've got 5. We haven't done a 5 pocket one. Let's do this 5 pocket one then. Let's get rid of these 2. This bit of white first, because that will annoy me. Yeah, so that's really good news. I probably won't be out for 3 or 4 years, I don't suppose, or maybe 2 or 3 years. These things take a long time, and they've got to find actors and, you know, write all the scripts. You know, you can't just have one script, can you? You've got to have a whole series, so that can be playing while you're writing the next series, you know. But considering how good the writers were before, and you know, it's the same people, I'm sure they'll come up with some brilliant storylines. What I liked about it, it was sci-fi, but it was funny in places, you know. They had a good sense of, you know, there was a bit of sarcasm, there's a bit of humor, there's a lot of humor in it in places, actually, and I like it when programs like that don't take themselves too seriously. It's not a spoof or anything like that, but it is, yeah, well chuffed I am, well pleased, looking forward to that. Coming out I am, very much so. A little one in the bottom, you won't see the bottom. And yeah, that was really good news, that. It takes me like lots of inking to get ink all over my thumb. I permanently have ink on my thumb. I'm sorry if you're not an inker. All right, we need a bit of paper, don't we? This is old. Oh, I thought it was a bit thick. There we go. Building them on here. We'll start with the top as usual. Sorry, I'm just going to have to put it on its side. I'll try and start this way round, but I don't know that I can. We'll start here as we mean to go on. Right, then you have to be across the top but not across the bottom. So we'll glue you up here. There we go. Pop you there. Oh, I can work just about straight. Next one. Next, please. Ooh. Nope, I definitely want different sizes. And then we're going to put this one on here. Be nice to see these in the actual. I just want that just over there, just so you can't see the book at the back. That's it. This is a good way to get different, I think I've said this before, it's a good way to get, oh, there's a bit of glue there, I don't want glue there. Different size tags in there. They'll still get smaller and smaller, but at least it means you can get some big tags in. I do like a big tag that you can, plenty of writing on. I just want it just up, that's it. Next one is this, that'll go there, yep. Just as long as it'll fit in the journal. Don't want them too long, otherwise they won't fit in, will they? That's about the same distance, thereabouts. Yep, I'm just making sure that'll fit on a page. Yes, it will. Yep, that'll fit on a page. We don't want it falling off the page, do we? And there's, I can't remember, I think there's about 7 or 8 of these pages I'm doing. But then I want to do some over page ones as well. Oh, that one's a bit smaller. Oh, I didn't trim them. Well, we'll trim them now. Might have to re-glue some, but we'll trim them now. I'll have to do that on my big guillotine though, because I messed that up, didn't I? But never mind. We'll trim them so they're all the same widths. And then if any glue comes off, we can re-glue them, can't we? There we go. Well, we've got the trimmer out. Let's go across the bottom. There we are. Are they all glued? Oh no, they're all glued still. I didn't have to cut much off, obviously. Get rid of that because it's got bits on it. Right, let's take you off the top here. Gonna have to cut you though because my cutter won't do a little piece of paper like that. I'm going to cut this bit off as well. I obviously didn't put that down very straight, did I? There we are. And there's a little bit here. Right, it's just a bit more ink, I'm afraid. And if any of them come off, I can just pop a little bit more glue on, but it seems I glued them well enough and they're all holding on. That's good. And just a bit more down this side where I cut it. There. It looks like 3 at a glance, doesn't it? You don't realise there's 5. So we've got one long one down the back, then we've got this one all the way down to there. Oops, can you see? And then this one all the way down to there, and this one, and then a diddy one. And this is what I mean about being able to put different size tags. I'm sorry if I'm preaching to the converted, or I'm, you know, stating the obvious, but we have to assume that some new people might be here. Right, we've got this little one. This is a diddy one. I did do one similar to this, but I think this one is a lot different since, here it is, yeah, huge difference in size. So I decided to do this one separately. And it's just a double, so we'll just do a double. Quick sticks. Does it need inking? No, that one doesn't. Needs to be right at the edge, I should. There we go. Sorry, I can do it side front. I can do it straight. I have managed to do it straight before now. Pop you there and pop you there. There we are. Undo you. This is going to be a quick one because it's only 2. But it's a good thing to do, I find, with, you know, lots of tags that look the same. All right, let's cut you out and you're done. That was a quick, easy one. Oh, let's just put the lid on my art glitter before it we have an issue with it. Oh, go on, go in. There you go. So don't know if you guys will remember. If you're new, you won't. But a little while ago, I was talking to you about a dragon journal I made. I showed you a bit of it on the videos. We did a tiny bit together, I think. I was making for my son, and I was hiding money in it. Well, I said to him twice, I think, you must read the poem inside before you do anything. And it's quite a good little poem. And it just sort of said something like, you know, I'm not your gift, I'm just its holder, and blah, blah. It rhymed. It was quite good. Basically saying that the journal wasn't a gift, it just held the gift. And when they popped over last Saturday, I said, did you find what was in the journal? What was in the journal? I said, money. What? Well, we had a quick look and put it on the bookshelf. I said, no, there was money inside it. Was there? I said, yeah, did you not read the poem? No, we didn't read the poem. So they had to go home. It seriously backfired a bit on me. They went home, and anyway, they rang me back. They'd found it all. But yeah, it's a good job I asked. I nearly didn't ask, but I just thought, I hadn't mentioned searching for all the money. I'm surprised, you know. Oh dear. I said, did you really think I just made you a journal for your wedding present, you know? And he says, what? I wasn't going to complain, Mum. He wouldn't have complained, bless him. But that just made me laugh. I had said to him 3 times. I'd said to Holly once and him twice, don't forget to read the note as soon as you unwrap it, read the message inside. Oh dear. Never mind. I can't complain. I gave birth to him, so the fact he's this way is my fault. Oh, these two are exactly the same. Oh, one's slightly smaller than the other. Well, let's make these the same size then. That bit level, and we'll cut them to size. Let's pop you on there. Keep you together. So I'm going to cut you off there. Yeah, so that was quite funny, actually. Really, anyway, it was all supposed to be a bit of fun anyway, so it turned out funny as well in the end. So what are you all doing for Christmas? If you don't mind talking about it, that is. I know some people don't like Christmas and some people don't celebrate Christmas. That's absolutely fine. As we say, you do you. But if you are celebrating Christmas and you are doing something really good fun, or having a quiet Christmas, whatever, let me know. Let me know what you're doing. I'm always interested in how other people spend their holiday time. You know, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, you can just have a holiday. What are you going to do? A friend of mine, you know, called Debs, she won't mind me mentioning it, Debbie. Been friends ever since my boys were little, so a long time we've been friends now. And I see her every other week, pretty much as regular as clockwork, unless she's on holiday. And she goes away at Christmas. She has what she calls a fakemas, like a couple of weeks before Christmas, where she has all the family round, and they do like a mini Christmas, really. But then, over the actual Christmas holiday, they go abroad. And somewhere hot, usually. Well, all her holidays abroad are hot. She's a real sun seeker. She likes the heat. But she likes to see the surrounding area and the local markets and everything. You know, she likes to see a bit of the culture as well. She doesn't just sit by the pool. But yeah, she always goes abroad for Christmas. And her and her husband do. And, you know, why not? If that's what you want to do. She's very brave with it. I suppose because she does it beforehand with her family. I wonder if no, I can't do that. You know, she's not missing out. None of these missing out on anything. So, yeah, why not? A lot of people do go abroad for Christmas, I know. A lot of people are on Christmas cruises, don't they, and things. I mean, I would love to go on a cruise. Not sure about Christmas cruise, but I would love to go on a cruise. I was saving up for a cruise, but due to our government changing the goalposts over certain things, you know, oh, that's nice. My finances would no longer go to it. It's a long story and I won't go into it now. What do you think? That way? Bit different, isn't it? Or a double whammy? Quite like the double whammy. Oh, I don't know now. Ooh, now I've got a decision to make, haven't I? Oh, I'm going to do them the same. That's what I was going to do. So I'm going to stick to my original plan. May regret it, but hey, I'm doing the double one the same. Whoops. A little bit over the board there. Oops, a bit low down. Bit on. Yeah, so but I do like seeing my grandchildren at Christmas. And my children, you know. I'm not sure if my youngest son, the one's just coming out, is going to have children anyway. So I'm going to make the most of the two. Oops, whoops. Oh well, stick that one to match. That slipped as I was cutting it and it took the edge off, so I just cut the other side to match. So yeah, I like to be with my family at Christmas time. I just wish my extended family wasn't so far away. But they all live down south. Which in the UK isn't that far, to be perfectly honest. And I will see them at some point. I'm very close to my two little sisters. I see a bit more of them than I do my other siblings. And yeah, I miss them. I do, I miss them. But yeah, we'll have to live our lives, don't we? Make this look a bit oldie-worldy. I'm going to give this a bit of a vintage touch. A bit more of a vintage touch, I've just decided. There we go. Make it look a bit old and wiggly. Yeah, like that. Right, that's that one done. Sidetracked there, didn't I? Here we go. Now this one is weird. These ones are unusual, not weird. Weird's the wrong word. These go on here. Ooh, let me just cut that. These bits I've backed already, so I don't have to back these onto the book anymore, and that desperately needs inking. You can see the under. This one's quite hard. I'm going to keep these as floating pockets because you can write on the back in there, and they are backed onto card. So these ones are going to be floating pockets. There we go. That's you inked, and this is going to go on the front like this, and then I will just clip them in. I'll put that on there like that. Voila. Is there a smaller one than that? No, they're all the same size, I think. You fit on there better? A little bit. Would you fit on here a bit better? Yes. How about you? Yes, so I'm going to put this on this one then because it fits a wee bit better. This one must have been a fraction smaller. Sometimes I print in A4 and sometimes I print in US letter size. It depends on where my brain happens to be on that day. This one, which is the ones that printed back to back, my machine, my printer wouldn't clear the, it wouldn't clear its back to back, you know, print on both sides thing, it wouldn't clear, and it went and printed on both sides. So I think it also printed the smaller size. I was determined not to waste it. So yeah, that's got bits on the back, you see. Whereas these ones are when I reprinted onto, you know, one-sided, and probably the large, you know, without borders. So let's glue you on. I'm just waffling, don't worry, ignore me. Come on. Oh, lovely. That's nice, isn't it? So that's one floating pocket. I might put, yeah, that's one. Let's quickly do these two, and then we've done all the pockets, haven't we? Put you like that. Hope you can see all right. I'm having to do this fairly close so I can see the lines. I do apologise. I did wash my desk. I really need to get this in the wash. When I go to town next Wednesday, I'm going to get another bit of covering, I think, so I can get this one really well washed. And you're already inked, so you can, yep, that'll go on there nicely. Whoops, let's get ink glue off there. That's it. They're nice. I like the fact that one's smaller than the other, actually. Probably use those as a pair, I think. I'm not sure. Don't know quite exactly how I'm going to put those in yet, but I might stick them in. I might just leave them floating, but they don't need extra backing anyway. I didn't cut this very well, did I? That's better. Oh gosh, put the lid on for a minute because it's pouring out. Get off there. That's it. I was on my pen holder. This is one of those ones that looks so much better for it being inked. Right. Let's fold you over. There we are. Yeah. It's kitchen roll. Get cleaned on some kitchen roll, that's better. Ow. Do you know how difficult it is to get that in sometimes? Yeah, like them. So that's them all done. Now you've got, oh, I did a lot. Oh, those two are from before, aren't they? So let's start doing some lovely, oh, I like these. I really like the way these have all turned out, I must say. If I say so myself, I do like them. Right, let's start with these two that I left last time. Look, I'm looking forward to embellishing this bit with some stuff. Right, how far over does that go? Oh, I've got a bit of room. Let's see, what have we got here? I have got some nice big sort of, these sort of things, which look quite nice. Well, those look nice. I could just put something inside them, couldn't I? Something like maybe that. I like this fragile, handle with care. I could just chip Oh, I've got it on top of them. Just snip a bit off there and there. And we could just pop Fragile in there. Look at that. Let's ink that up. This is sticky back, isn't it? Yeah. Don't ask me what I'm going to put in the other side. I don't know. There. I got this. It says kindness warms the soul. But we could just have kindness, couldn't we? That would work. Just the word kindness. Ooh, I got this that says published by. I could just have published in there. What else have I got here? Sorry, you can look too if you wish. Published. I got published by. Got some numbers. Party. That looks actually all right. Actually, I didn't think that would look right. Printed matter only. It's a bit narrow, that one. They're just begging for something to be put in, aren't they? What does this say? It's a bit small, but I quite like it. Number 60. Quite like the fact that's smaller. What else have I got in here? Oh, I like that. Sorry guys, you're all going back. I'll go over there as well. You're going in there. And I have no idea why. I just like it. There, that's that done. What else shall we have on? These are rather large, these. Oh, I've used one of those recently. Kindness is contagious. Is that? That's that. I quite like that. I don't usually use much in the way of sentiments. I do occasionally. There's no doubt about that. I do occasionally. I feel this needs a picture, actually. I do. Now it's got those on. Oh, see, he looks lovely there. He's got antennae. He doesn't need any metal ones. Oh, let's see. Sorry. Tinkling, tinkling. Actually, I prefer this one. I actually do prefer small butterflies to big ones. It's a nice bit of blue there. Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? Oh, I do like that. I know it's a bit twee, but why not? We can be twee occasionally, can't we? I want a bit of washi. Sorry, maybe put a bit here. Just a bit of washi there. Yeah, I like that. I do. I like that. Well, we got a bit of that. That's transparent though, so you'll see through this. Let's use a bit of this and a bit of this. Yeah, let's pop you there. Just want to snip you there. This shouldn't be white when I pull it off. It should be, yeah, it is transparent, which means it'll barely show, but it'll be just enough. Yeah, look at that. That's lovely. You guys have antennae, so you don't need any wire ones. For those of you who didn't see my tutorial about wire antennae, I make little wire ones now to put on my butterflies. That's on my it's not in the playlist because my playlist is Craft with Me, so it's just in with my videos. I don't have masses, and it's a fairly recent video, so if you want to see how I made them, it's actually the shortest video on my channel because that's just the way it fell. It really didn't take long to show you how to do them, and what I've done to keep them handy is I've made a few. I've just cut some lengths and bent them in half, ready to make some more, rather than keep the whole reel out, you know, all my wire out. And then if I want to make one and I haven't got my equipment, and then I've got just a bit of wire ready to go. Right, let's put a bit of, I wanted to put a bit of washi there as well. I want to put some there too. I love this clear one. I might actually print some more of this off. I love the clear one better than the solid one. I know on camera you probably can't see that, but you can in person. It makes a difference. Simple, but I like it. Simple embellishment, but I like it. It's quite a bit going on there anyway. Oops, his antennae bent down. Get up. That's it. I'm not losing them. There. That can go with the done pile. We've got two here. Right. Let's have camera on here. I don't know if it should go like, yeah, like that, I think. I think this screams a piece across the bottom, doesn't it? I'm not sure about that. I got this green. No, don't like that. I'll find one in a minute that I like. Well, I like a lot of them that goes. You know what I feel that goes. Hello. Weekly statement. I like that's a bit thick, but I like it. Oh, this is the same as the other one, but it's clear. I'm going to use this. Hang on, she says. Finding a lovely red stripy one. Oh, I like that. Well, I'm going to use this great big red stripe. I don't often use red, so let's put you there. Yeah. Oh yes, that I like. Let's get you gunged up. Okay, oh, a bit more ink, I think. I sometimes find black and white images need ink all over them to give them that sort of sepia look. Looks a bit better than just plain black and white. And you can do that with anything, you know. If you've got pictures and you want them to look vintage, depending on what they are, when you print them, this is a quick hack for you. When you print them in monochrome here, just print them in black and white. You probably think, oh, that looks awful. But then go over with an ink, like vintage photo or something, and you end up with like a sepia picture. And there you go. It's not strictly sepia, obviously. But yeah, it's a quick way and easy way to make pictures that you actually like to look old. I got that almost stuck to the book there. It's going to need a bit more ink now. Oh no. There. And a little number. Where's my diddies? Here's my diddies. It needs a number. I need a number. Yeah, so that's how you can do it. I do it a lot with a lot of things that are white that I want just that harsh white taken off. Yeah, it can go there. That's not everything though. I need something else on here. No, not some more the same, I don't think. What are you? Forget me not. That's a flower. Ooh. Ooh. What's this? What's this? I used to talk to my dog like that. When I got one of his treats, I used to go, what's this? And he used to love it. that is a bit of not clear backing. Let's see if we can ink you up. Up you there. Yeah, might make you a bit darker there. A little bit darker, but I do like the shape. There, that's do. That'll do. That'll be nice. So, pop you there and pop you up here. And that's that one done. There, what's that one done, look? Bit washy at the bottom. What time is it? Make sure I'm not boring you to death. We haven't got much time left, actually. I think what I'll do is, what should I do? Shall we do, we could do one more, or I think what I might do is show you a journal or two and call it a day, because you've seen quite a bit of this. I did it in another video last week, early in the week, so yeah, we'll leave it there. And I'll show you a journal or two, just a couple. This one is, I think, possibly, no, it's not the last one. I've got this is a steampunk, if you like steampunk. This is Agatha. I've shown you one of my steampunk in this series, and she goes with it, but it's also a standalone. It's number 86, and I probably made it exactly the same time as I made the other one, which was October 2023, so 2 years ago, just over 2 years ago I made this. And the other two, well, one of which you've seen Phineas. I've shown you Phineas. So we'll whip through this because it's very similar to Phineas, but is different. All my journals are always different. You never get two alike. I think it's almost impossible to get two exactly alike, you know, because you use different papers, don't you, and different stuff. But yeah, if you like steampunk or just that genre altogether, you know, you'll like this one. To say, there is a special offer on Etsy. I don't know if it's still working or not, but that if you buy all three, you get quite a bit knocked off, actually, if you buy the three as a set. They're designed as a set, but as I said, they do stand alone quite comfortably. And if somebody buys one, then there'll be a set of two, and then, you know, one left if somebody buys one more. So it's just sort of first come, first serve basis. Obviously, I love this one. Lots of keys galore, right down to Diddy ones. That was fun to do. So yeah, lots of ephemera, lots of cogs, lots of loveliness. Quite dark in places. It's not dark as in freaky dark, but as in, you know, printed dark pages. That's cool, isn't it? Yeah, there's got a cat on there. Yeah, I thought there was. Yeah. Does this lift up? Oh, yep, it lifts up. There's something in there. There's something on there. This is watching over. I don't know where that one comes from, actually. This is somebody else's paper, that backing paper. By all means, you know, shout out if it's yours. I don't mind. Coffee dyed. This is one of those really big ones. They're Tim Holtz, but these, yep. Keys and stuff everywhere. Lots of tags, lots of tabs, I mean, whale tails. And some beautiful pages in the middles. Now, I haven't done extra big things in the middle of these ones. All have these beautiful pages in the middle of them. So this is, like I said, with a little thin one there. It was fun making them. I have three because I made them for an event. A steampunk event, actually. I made them. We were going to a steampunk show of which had tables and stalls and everything. So the last one, I sold one straight away, and I was asked for loads more. And then this time, I got them all ready, and the event was cancelled, which was a bit of a shame. It was cancelled due to the weather, actually, I think, which was strange because it was an indoor event, but I think some of it was outside as well, I suppose. So that's what caused it, half in and half out. Anyway, it was a few years ago now, so 2023. So yeah, it's I ended up keeping them, which is fine. I can sell them on my Etsy. It's never a problem. I like that's yeah, I love making them out of those. They're coffee holders, you know. So yeah, and a pocket at the back. So that is Agatha. The key there, and she stands perfectly alone. In fact, I think she stands without the holder closure. And this one is a complete contrast, total contrast. This little journal is called Stella. A friend of mine called Stella loves the colour blue. Moved away. She's moved to Liverpool, and we just sort of met each other and started becoming friends. And she moved away, and it was such a shame because I really wanted to get to know her. So this is a total contrast to steampunk. It's quite very lacy, as you can see. It's a beautiful blue all the way through. So if you like blue and you like butterflies, you're in for a treat. This is number is she? Oh, it's not written on there. That's unusual. She will have a number. They all have numbers. I just don't know what number she is. So yeah, this is to do with books, really, and reading. If you like books and writing and stuff, yeah. A beautiful, pretty. And there's a belly band, a sideways belly band with a vertical one with a horizontal one, should I say, with something inside it. Well, I made a hash of that explanation, didn't I? Yeah. Lots and lots of this lovely white lace on. So, yeah, couldn't be more of a contrast. Yeah, I made this with Stella in mind. You know, if I see her one day, I might give it to her. But, yeah, it's a real pretty one. I love the colour blue. You know, it's one of my favourite colours. She's blue and she's sparkly, which is nice. It's the only, apart from the pearls and lace, it's the only actual sparkly one I think I've got. I will have to make another sparkly one. This bit's pink. I just really like this one. I could sit here and look at this for ages. I love these tags with lots of mini tags. Look, there's number 5 under there. Yeah, cool. Very cool. There's a little something on every page, I think. If it's a plain page, there'll be a little something on it. Another tag with lots of tags. It's a multi-pocket there. Get in there, all of you. Yeah, like I say, there's a little something, even on the white pages. Coffee dyed page. Lots of little bits of bling. Obviously into putting little tags, wasn't I, onto big tags at the time. There's quite a few of that sort in here. Why not? Why not? I haven't done that in a long time. I should go back to doing it. That's one of the nice things about looking through these other journals, books on a bookshelf, is that it inspires me to do things again, you know. That's another one of those belly bands with a little tuck inside it and 2 more things. It inspires me to do something again, you know. So this is all about writing. This is reading and writing, you know. It's all to do with books. It's a hardback cover. As I was saying, it was named after Stella because she was moving when I made it. Yeah. Very pretty. Very pretty. It's funny how your methods change, isn't it? How your styles change and how your methods change. I mean, my style does change, but I will do these sort for certain people, you know, obviously because I make them to order. But this is on Etsy, this one. So it's pretty paper. All little books on all the pages. Mm-hmm. There we go. Lots of stickles and pearls. I think the story, that could be the kit could be called that, actually. I'm not sure. I apologise to the person who made a lot of these colours. This is made out of book page, actually. There we go. Handmade by me. 2020. Wow, it's 5 years old. Doesn't look 5 years old, does it? Yep, it's 5 years old. I can tell you its number. I don't know why it's not written in the book, but I'll write it in at some point. But I'll tell you her number. She's 5 years old. She'd be one of the first ones I ever did. Stella, number 10. 1010. Number 10 she is. And she is actually the oldest one I've got left in stock. Is Stella. Wow. That takes me back a bit. 5 years old, and she looks like new still. Yeah. But yeah, so my style has changed a lot, but I still think there's a place for these types, you know, these pretty blingy types. There's people out there that love a bit of bling, and I don't see why they can't be made every now and then, you know. Not everything has to be vintage or grungy, does it? There we go, with a little bit of pink thingy lace. There's Stella. She's got corners on, and hardback but covered in material. Is it all material? Yeah. Material and paper, yeah. Paper underneath. There we go. It's not a hidden spine. I didn't do hidden spines back there, but I've covered the spine up with lace. There's Stella. Oh, I feel quite nostalgic looking at Stella, I do. Bless her. There we go. It's funny how you can get attached to some, isn't it? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, that, you know, that really helps me no end if you like them. And it helps me no end if you comment as well. So thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.